We on. Salute, fam. Salute. Winston Lee, salute. D-Lo, salute. Trey, salute, bro. He said he most likely won't be able to make it tonight. Bet that up, bro. Salute. D-Lo say salute. Winston Lee say peace. Salute, fam. I ain't gonna hold y'all long. Especially, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hold it down, get on, chop it up, get off. But shit, the new week started. I posted the pics up in there. This is the first week, so everybody get a fresh start. You know what I'm saying? Fresh start to some domination. And it's starting the Tank versus Garcia week. So that's a good first start. But y'all see Zane versus Joe Joyce. Joe Joyce couldn't handle that southpaw, man. That lead left hand was accurate and right on time. Swole that boy face up. Ref called it off. Who's the boss? All I heard. Well, yeah, Joyce couldn't couldn't do nothing with that left hand, man. Winston Lee said, "Big bang, LOL, man." He did his thing. He did his thing. He was looking real sharp. Close that boy shit. Look like the doctor told the referee, man, it's up to you, man. The boy, he could see that motherfucker eye look bad, man. So it's on you. The ref called it off. Joe Joyce, man, I don't know. What I seen, I think Big Baby might give Joyce a run for his money. Joe Joyce cannot move from that lead left hand, man. That shit was hurting him, had him dancing all night. Once the lead said the doctor said he had stuff to do. Yeah, man, that shit was crazy. How he, after he looked at it, you could see Joyce telling him, you know, how many fingers he had. So he was accurate with that test. And he just told the referee, like, hey, man, I got shit to do. That eye look bad as a motherfucker. If you want him to keep going, that's on you, man. The ref was like, nah, I don't want to see no more, man. This dude can't get away from that left hand, man. He doing too many dangerous dances. He showed was stutter stepping in that motherfucker. Got hurt a few times. And then the way that eye looked, it don't look like he was gonna do no better. It don't look like he was gonna do no better because that motherfucker was damn near shit. It was black, probably his orbital bones, probably bruised, cracked or some shit. Derek Bailey, salute, bro. Yeah, but old Zane put a motherfucking hurting on that boy, Joe Joyce, the juggernaut. I said, hey, Derek Bailey, I said I had to rethink my pick, Joyce versus old Big Baby. The way Joyce couldn't figure out how to work with that left hand, have any answers. He didn't have no answers for that left hand. That shit was crazy. So yeah, man, this weekend we 6 days away? 6 days away from Haney nephew. Hey man, I don't know who you is, bro. He showed his face too, but I ain't never seen him before. I ain't letting no trolls on. If you come to talk boxing, it's different. What's up with you, man?
Yeah. What's up with it?
Oh, what's up with the hypey?
Yeah. Shit. Nigga tried to turn shit out so you see who it was.
Yeah, I couldn't really see you though.
Oh,
I said he showed his face.
Yeah. Sure. What's up with it? You was you was talking about the Joyce version?
Yeah, man.
Hey, I kept telling niggas, Cuddy, that's gonna be one of the ones right there, boy.
Shit, it turned out to be too. Zane definitely came in very accurate. Had a set game plan, and it was the lead left hand. He was following it with the right hook, and the shit worked. He occasionally throw in the jab though. He occasionally threw in the jab, but the same punch worked damn near throughout the fight. It was kind of crazy, and Joyce didn't have no answers for that shit, man.
Yeah, he wasn't even, really tripping off no other punch. Like you said, the jab every once in a while. That boy barely threw any left hooks. It was that straight. And I don't blame
Yeah.
him for constantly throwing that same one. He was having hella success. He had to be landing that shot at over like 50%.
Hell yeah! And then look, what was clever about his whole setup is that he was stabbing to the body here and there. Like, you know what I'm saying? He threw Joyce off. Like he was throwing some good stabs to the body, and then he'd come up and just let that lead go, and that shit was accurate. I was like, damn, Joyce ass gonna have problems with these young dudes, especially the ones that know how to switch. You know what I'm saying? Gonna have real problems with motherfuckers like Big Baby. I said you wasn't here, but I said I take my pick back. I think Big Baby would get Joyce some problems, man.
Oh yeah. For somebody like Joyce, anybody that is afraid, is not afraid to punch with you, yeah, you definitely got a chance for him because it's two things he got working against him. Joe, his punch activity for a heavyweight is, kind of high, but also obviously the speed is hella slow. So that's just a recipe for disaster for somebody like a Wilder is, his first, could be explosive. Anderson, he could put combos together. Yeah, I mean, for them type of dudes, yeah, that's a disaster, boy. Even like an Andy Ruiz, I'm saying he could give him some trouble. You feel me?
Hell yeah, yeah, he couldn't. I see Winston Lee. Winston Lee had said, I know. He said he couldn't move his head for nothing, man. Uh, I mean that was Derek Bailey that said that. My bad. Winston Lee said he was tripling up the lead left. Yeah, that motherfucker was clever, man.
Yeah, I would have. His trainer told him right. I would have just kept on throwing nothing but that straight left. You don't got to switch it up, no nothing, because that, like I said, that boy he couldn't stop it at all. You seen from the second round, he had already rocked him with it. So yeah, he was right. And what I like that was Code too. His reflexes was on point that fight because from like the third round, he was like kind of rocking his body to a rhythm and to be able to block them punches. So yeah, he definitely came with it for what Joyce had to bring. Like he had the right game plan. He was in there, hella comfortable, just right there in the pocket with him, blocking the shots. His activity was low, but when he would pick one, he would make it count.
Right. Yeah, that was pretty good, man. I I thought that I seen a lot from Joyce through Zane through the way Zane handled him up in there. He was real frustrated with what was in front of him, and he gonna have a lot of trouble moving forward. But shit, man, this weekend we got Tank versus Ron Garcia. I think I'm just gonna give you a outlook on both sides. I ain't gonna try to be biased, but I know some people probably listen to this later on and they be Garcia fan. But I'm starting with Garcia. I think Garcia is a fast, young, talented fighter, but I think his skills are limited. I don't think that he got multi-facets of the game like any young fighter should have, like a Shakur Stevenson, like even the Tank Davis. Like Tank Davis could be down in rounds and still got an X factor, but he also can box. He also can use. He also has power in both hands. He ain't one dimensional. Um, and this is the strangest thing in this fight. Tank Davis also get hit, and with Ron Garcia being as quick as he is, I think that the left hand will be key. I think mainly the body. I think that's what's gonna have to be implemented in this game plan to land some successful shots to the body, to slow Tank down, to frustrate Tank, hopefully even hurt Tank. But it's gonna be the body. I mean, if he try to go to the head, it's just gonna slow his gas tank down. Gil Cole, salute, bro. It's just gonna slow his gas tank down, which is gonna make it more dangerous for him in the later rounds, where he's gonna be able to get caught up too. So I think that he's gonna have to invest in the body early, use that quickness to score shots to the body early, and then maybe a counter left or something like that if he can. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna be the key. I mean, if he try anything else, he's gonna set himself up for a devastating counter punch. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna have to stay back and try to make this fight go the distance. And be calm for a shot. Don't rush a shot, because if you rush it, Tank got multi facets to his game, which would be the counter punch. He also can set up shots. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's his best chances to his best game plan is to come up in there and be patient. You know what I'm saying, and try to work Tank down and set up his own shots. You know what I mean? Be very willful and respectful of Tank both hands, the counter punching of Tank. But for far as Tank, I think Tank got too many facets of his game. I think that his defense is way better than a lot of people give him credit for. His counter punching, everybody know that he does possess that. Cali Factor, salute, bro. Just the power in general, but just to be able to be down in rounds and had a wherewithal to come back and find that big shot multiple times versus bigger fighters, taller fighters. I think this ain't gonna be no different versus Ryan Garcia. I think it's just gonna be a younger guy, a younger, faster guy that I ain't gonna say in his prime, because I think he well in front of his prime right now, which is Ryan Garcia, and they both are. So I think that it's gonna be a good fight for both of them, especially going ahead into the future. And I think Tank, it just got that ahead of him, and I think it's gonna be a stoppage. I don't know if it's gonna be early stoppage or late stoppage, but I know damn well it's gonna be a stoppage. My pick would be somewhere around 5 and 6. Uh, Tank Davis. But you know what I'm saying, if Ryan does go in there and try to box and try to wear Tank down and set up his shots, maybe it'll be later on in the game. But I will pick Tank Davis. What you got? What you see in that fight, and who you got?
Yeah, I kind of see it. I'm gonna say similar to the Barrios fight in the sense of the same way that Tank was able to really just carrying Barrios that whole fight. I got a feeling that it's gonna be similar in this one. You know what I mean? Ryan, yeah, we know he got some power in both of them hands. But as like you were saying, as far as being developed as a contender compared to the other men out there, he just ain't really on that level. As far as like craft and his craft, putting it all together compared to the others. So yeah, I definitely think that Tank could be carrying him for most of the fight, just to, make it seem like it's a little bit more competitive, and Ryan is better than what he is. Yeah, he might implement some of that roly stuff where he just sitting back killing time, pretty much got his hands in his pockets for a few rounds just to be on the safe side. But yeah, I kind of think this is one where Javante can pretty much turn it around whenever he wants to, and that's all she wrote. So yes, sometimes I don't know, I want to say around like 9. Yeah, I'm gonna say about 9. It'll end at 9. Yeah, I mean,
You gonna give the Dr. Sophie salute, fam? You gonna give him the benefit of the doubt that he gonna be able to stay away and respect Tank Power?
yeah. Well, like I said, really just based off Tank, carrying them, letting them make it to, to a certain point of the fight, just so it'll seem like Ryan is a little bit more tougher than what he is. Ryan, he got all the flaws that will work against him in such a fight. Standing up straight with the knees locked sometimes, very straight. Only could pull back, chin tucked in the air, very exposed. When he
Pulling back
throws it like
his hands down, pulling
yeah,
back.
when he throws it like a straight right, the back foot comes off. So he just got a lot of flaws that it's just not gonna work out for him. And I can't remember what fight, but a few years ago when it was like his first fight that went 10 rounds, having a fight inside, he didn't know what to do. Now I credit Joe, his trainer Joe Goosen that he working with, who's one of the best trainers in the game. Yeah, I know he making Ryan better, but they've only had a few camps to work together, and on top of that, Ryan, he chose not to even have a tune-up fight in between, which would have benefited him a lot.
Yeah, I respect Joe Goosen. He done had some real lions. You know what I'm saying? But them real lions, they didn't got up in there with some talented fighters, and then it got exposed, man. Exposed like one-sided fights type of fights when they got in there with these caliber fighters, and I think it ain't gonna be no different with Tank, man. Um, it's just gonna be a hell of a night, man. I give Ryan his props for even taking this fight though. Hopefully we gonna see more. I see Shakur and Haney looking like they finna crash. Hip hop #1. Salute, fam. Said salute to the corner. Salute. And who else would I think about? But yeah, that's my pick though. Who y'all got? Who y'all got in the chat? Who y'all think and how y'all think is gonna end? Tank or Ryan Garcia?
Yeah, well, I would say everything that's going around that division. Wait till after let's just say May 21, so we can really start coming back to this table and just having other discussions about what's what.
Yeah. Also, y'all just coming in, I put all the picks up for y'all. This the first week. We got 16 fights. Got Babbitt on the card. A lot of these names I ain't even familiar with.
So I know on that undercard, I mean, of course we know. Yeah, Morrell. Hey, by the way, y'all should go check out L-Dub Boxing Channel. He had an interview with the guy that Morrell was scheduled to fight. Gave his explanation on that. But yeah, you got Morrell on the undercard. You got that overrated ass Floyd Schofield. Hey, them niggas is just like Haney and his daddy.
Got Mel Nicky on the card.
Yeah. Oh, hey, it's this one middleweight. This kid named Elijah Garcia. I can't remember what card he fought on sometime this year, but he had it was probably like sometime in March, but he had like a real good showing. Elijah Garcia, and the kid is only like 19. He's a middleweight.
What he on the Showtime? He gonna be on the Showtime undercard?
I think he might open up the televised portion. I'm not sure, but yeah, Elijah Garcia. That's a middleweight that y'all really want to check out. Young kid, but he got the right mentality.
Moody Trayweather, salute, fam. Derek Bailey said he got Tank. Winston Lee said it's gonna look just like the Leo Santa Cruz KO. Moody Trayweather say Tank by destruction. Yeah, we all locked in. I ain't seen Ryan Garcia get picked yet. Hey, it might end up similar to that, but I think Santa Cruz punches is way more. They're not quicker, but they come from different angles than how Ryan Garcia punches come from. You know what I'm saying? Ryan Garcia way faster though. You got a lightning speed left hook, whether it's to the body or up top. But them motherfuckers is not coming from them same angles as Cruz. So I think it's gonna be even more dangerous for Ryan to throw more than one shot.
Yeah, I mean he's just a different type of fighter, come from Santa Cruz. But nonetheless, if he's saying he think that's how the fight is going to end, yeah, I mean I can't blame him. And it's another fight that's taking place. Actually, earlier in the daytime, it's a UK fight that's going to be Rakhimov versus Joe Cordina. Cordina is the one who he was an IBF champion at 130, but he had got it stripped from him just because he suffered an injury. So Rakhimov and Barrett, they have fought for it. So Rakhimov, he beat Barrett. So yeah, that's why they're going to let Cordina get a chance to win back his belt that was wrongfully taken from him. So that's going to be a fight in the daytime if some of y'all just, bored, want to check out.
Joe Brown, salute, fam. Give me a second, hype.
Oh yeah, I got it. So yeah, like I said, that's another fight that's going on. Of course, David Morrell, he gonna be looking to steal the show because he got so many eyes on him, and he's the co-main event. So yeah, I think that's gonna be another situation where everybody on that card they looking to impress, pretty much. What else did we have? Yeah. Besides that was the main fight though. That Zhang versus Joyce.
Hip hop say I fancy that guy take a W against Cardino. He said, I think he's dangerous, but Barrett's performance was weak for sure. Uh, but still got the job done like Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah, Barrett was definitely on his way to winning that fight. He got off to a great start, Marlo. He was just having like the perfect fight almost, but he suffered like a knee injury or something to one of his legs in one round, and after that he just lost his mobility. Had a one time where he just had fell to the ground, lost balance, and yeah, he got stopped. I want to say in the ninth round, but nonetheless, Rakhimov he got the victory, and now Cordina he get his chance to win his title back that was wrongfully taken from him.
They gonna say Garcia is a future champion.
I think he talking about the Elijah Garcia that I mentioned. I think that's who he's talking about. Yeah, that boy, like I said, he's 19. But I be reading some of the interviews from him, and the mindset that he have is just the right type of mindset. Like he everything that you would love from a fighter, like a fighter coming up.
Real calm, set up his shots.
And he just understand. Like I was reading a quote from the last opponent he fought, he was slightly underdog, but he was just saying, even at 19, like if I'm not ready to fight guys at this level now, like will I ever be? So I'm gonna take my chance now. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. They probably say I think Cardina is a big favorite with the bookmakers. Shit. What else we got, man? I ain't have much. If you got anything you want to talk about?
Yeah, so I know. I mean, we could get into some news, mix some news in also, because it is one team that keep coming up that everybody keep talking about. I don't know where these rumors came from, but I did recently hear today that Eddie Hearn, he kind of would just say confirmed that it's some type of talks going on. It's this 4-man heavyweight tournament. You hear about that?
Nah, I didn't hear about it. I was looking to read that post though.
Oh, okay, so yeah, basically it's a big event to take place. Now, like I said, this is rumor mill, but Fury versus Usyk, and on the undercard, Wilder versus Joshua, sometime in December in Saudi Arabia.
That'll be wicked. That'll be a wicked card right there. But
Yeah.
I don't think that'll happen though.
If anything, I could see just like them two fights taking place on separate dates, maybe close to each other. That'll sound more realistic.
I agree with that. I know they trying to make it sound like a heavyweight tournament on the undercard. No, I don't see both of them motherfuckers. Both of them fights being on undercard. Both of them gonna want to be main events. I don't see that happening.
Yeah, so I mean, what that do tell me though is the whole Andy Ruiz versus Wilder team, for whatever reason, we'll just say like the business part of it, them numbers ain't adding up, so it's not making sense to have that fight, because I believe it would have been announced for just sometime in May. So that's looking like it's off the table at the moment. We also heard Wilder and Ngannou attaching themselves to each other. Those talks went dead pretty quiet, so it seemed like that's off the table. So right now Wilder, he got his sights focused on AJ. I don't know if it's the feeling is mutual coming from that side, but I mean, hey, I guess we'll just say better late than never.
Right. Still gonna be something to see. Moody Trevor say, yo, Frank Martin versus Keyshawn Davis should happen soon. I would like to see it happen.
You heard anything about that little pot being stirred up?
Nah, I ain't even hear nothing about it.
Yeah, so pretty much ever since Frank Martin's victory over Michael Rivera, I mean they've been going back and forth a little bit, but Keyshawn, he's also won a couple fights, so they just kind of talking about each other, and just constantly going on more and more and more. But Frank Martin is saying Keyshawn ain't ready. Spence came out and said, top ranked, they won't put him in with my boy. So just like talks like that. It's more so it just seemed like they just using each other's name.
Just hyping some shit up to see what the fans gonna say. Joseph Brown said, Eddie Hearn is suffering from diarrhea of the mouth. Man only has one heavyweight in the mix, but he's talking like he's the head promoter a financial fantasy fight setup. Yeah, he do be capping. A lot of shit don't make sense. Like why would Wilder and Joshua be the undercard or anything? I think that that'll sell in himself in itself. Hip hop number one said Hearn do be talking a lot about other fighters' losses. He said he don't manage. Joe Joyce sure got jabbed the hell out of there. Yeah, man, that was lead left hands hip hop, and that motherfucker swole that motherfucking Joe Joyce's eye up with them shits. They
Yeah,
gonna say Frank Martin schools Keyshawn Davis. Well, we
yeah.
definitely gonna see if he ready.
The only thing I ain't like, this not just for Frank Martin, but it's for all them fighters. If it's somebody out there that's one of your rivals, it's not your business to worry about if the fighter is or ain't on your level or if he ain't ready for you. Because Frank Martin, he stated, Keyshawn is not on his level because he was being asked about a potential fight with him. You supposed to be saying, yeah. A few years ago, Marlo, when Javante was being linked to like Gary Russell and Tevin Farmer. Now, there's nobody in their soul that thought that either of those guys would beat Javante. But Javante, oh well, he ain't ready. They ain't ready for me. No, hey, if that's your rival out there, take the fight. Prove to us that he ain't ready.
Yeah, real talk. That a lot of us say that because they promoters ain't gonna let them fight that soon. You know what I'm saying? Like it's too early in their career for them to be taking losses. Tweet Lamar, salute, fam. But I can't say if you want to be a champion, you definitely gonna have to go through a guy like Frank Martin. You know what I'm saying? He be talking. Eric R, salute, fam. He be talking like he ready. So shit, if he say he ready, I want to see it.
Hell yeah. I mean, Frank Martin, look, at the end of the day, if anybody want to question his resume, look at some of the other, for example, y'all about to watch a guy this weekend. Some of y'all about to pay for it. His resume ain't all that. To me, his resume ain't better than Frank Martin's. So, I mean, y'all can question his resume, but
Who, Ryan
resumes,
Garcia?
yeah, Ryan Garcia. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, he got Javier Fortuna, who was, obviously not even in shape. Yeah, he
Luke
got
Campbell. Luke
Luke Campbell. I give him credit for that. You got Luke Campbell. But I mean, to me, Frank Martin got the better win. So like resumes don't win fights though. Sometimes you just throw the dudes in there and you see what can happen.
Yeah, yeah, I can agree. You never know what's gonna happen until they actually fight anyway.
Hey, but everybody in the chat. So this was 2 weekends back to back. Y'all had the fighter who seemed very durable and sometimes irresponsibly used his face as defense. Y'all seen that fighter take a fall.
Mm-hmm.
Last week, Fundora. This time it was Joyce. How y'all feel about just how y'all feel about that?
Yeah, that's why I said I had to take my pick back up. I was saying that Big Baby ain't ready, but based on his skill set and what we saw Joe Joyce have difficulties with, I think that Joe Joyce has some problems, and I think he'll get stopped by Big Baby as well, especially using his face for defense. Now, Fundora, we already saw that he was accessible to taking a motherfucking big hit. It's just that his can a motherfucker take what he got coming? Like what I'm saying? Lubin, yeah, Lubin did a good job, but look at the punishment he had to take to even get him on the canvas. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't that tough, man. Some motherfuckers be like, fuck that, I ain't getting up. I ain't finna let this motherfucker fuck my face up. And some motherfuckers gonna die in that motherfucker. So it just depends, man. I think Fundora, he done. It's 2 fights you can go to, and you can find out where you can catch him flipping at, and that's kind of like where he stands. Kind of like Hurd, like ever since Hurd took his L, it's been downhill. What you about to say?
Nah, I definitely agree with you. for me, I feel like both of those guys. I know I've seen some people saying they got exposed, but I really don't feel like anything was exposed because they lost in the same exact fashion that they win, and even in their wins, we were all able to identify the flaws that they had. And we know, especially guys like Fundura, we used to see guys like that be on a downhill by like 28, 29.
Mm-hmm.
Another guy you just mentioned, Jared Hurd. I can't remember the exact age that he was when he took his loss, but that's a guy who has been on a decline ever since. Hurd, that loss affected him mentally because it's like he lost his identity as a fighter. Even to this day, he don't have an identity as a fighter. That's why he'll never win a title again. That style is fun, very friendly fun friendly for us, but it's a time span. Everybody with a great chin, a chin is like your fuel gauge. You can start off with a great one, but over time, it will start to decrease.
You need some defense with that chin. That motherfucker start to get weaker and weaker and weaker as your career goes on. So you definitely gonna need some defense. You're gonna have to move that head. You're gonna have to, move them shoulders. Moody Trailweather said, laugh my ass off. Joe Joyce is the modern day boys. Big Baby will smoke Joy. I got to agree with you, man. I got to agree with you. A few weeks ago, I was like, he ain't ready. But yeah, I got to agree with you. Eric R. said the collapse of the live by the chin era. Joe Brown said, I picked Joyce on paper, but won money on Zane, placed 3 separate bets on Zane, and won all of them. And so you picked him, then you picked him by decision, and then you picked him what round? Moody Trailweather said Hurd was 28 or 29 when he lost to J Will. Okay.
Or maybe Joseph had like some parlays, all including Zhang by victory. Good stuff for you, Joe.
Yeah,
Um,
for real.
yeah, definitely real good for him. Um, yeah. That type of style is just not meant for longevity, unfortunately.
Hell no, it ain't. No, Nan fighter, you can go look at history. Nan fighter that fought like that. You know what I'm saying? Had a long lasting winning career. You know what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers end up being uh, club fighters and shit. Motherfucking gatekeeper type of fighters and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They make for a tough, exciting fights. If you can get through a motherfucker like him, you know what I'm saying? You got something, basically.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Because to me, that's what Gotti ended up. La D, salute, sis. D-Lo, salute, bro. That's what Gotti ended up being at one point in his career to me. Especially after that brawl he had. Like, that just took a whole lot from him. And then when Floyd got to his ass, Floyd made that motherfucker definitely look like a gatekeeper. Floyd beat the brakes off that boy, man.
Yeah, that was an ass whipping, boy.
Man, that was like he wasn't supposed to be in that motherfucking ring at all. Like, the matchmakers and blew this one. He done beat that boy so damn bad, man.
Yeah, definitely. That was just such an ass whipping. Brandon Rios. When I was like used to be in Oxnard, I used to run into him like kind of on a regular. And even him, I remember 29, he was just slurring them words and so much and stuff. I'm talking about before he even fought Tim Bradley. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's another one. But hey, he gave us some extremely exciting fights.
yeah. He put on the show. Yeah, them styles don't last long, man. That's why I like the skill, the art of box, the real art. Hit, get hit is the science. Like, a lot of people look for their entertainment and don't look for the sport. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people watch certain sports and they don't watch it because they don't know what's going on. And that's how I feel when they watch boxing. When they see a motherfucker, fluent in the art, they rather a motherfucker stand there and get hit, stand in the phone booth and rock 'em sock 'em robots, and they think that's boxing. That's not boxing. That's why you got scores. You know what I'm saying? That's why some punches is ranked higher than others. You got, you know what I'm saying, power punches, jabs. You know what I mean? Things of that nature. Then you got motherfucking ring general shit. You got different things that people look for in the ring when they score in a fight. And some people just be killing me when they be watching the fight with me and be talking about he running. Now running is when you getting hurt and your motherfucking ass is on your bicycle trying to get the fuck up, trying to recover.
Yeah, you see, that's why I can't go to like any type of public bar. Like I would hate to be at a public bar watching a fight this weekend. Everybody, hey, so many goddamn casuals around you, and all of them swear that they experts when it come to boxing.
Right. Like, man, what the fuck you mean about running? I thought running is when a motherfucker get hurt and he trying to get his shit back right. You know what I'm saying? So he can get back in the fight. I ain't know that a motherfucker whooping your ass is considered running. A motherfucker hitting you with that jab and throwing a 3-piece combination when you come back up in there and then walk off on your motherfucking ass. Now, I ain't know that was considered running. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was controlling the pace of the fight.
Yeah, I see Lala up in there.
Hey, she say, Ryan bet Tank his whole purse. Damn, that'd be crazy.
Man, hey, I mean, I ain't saying you lying, but I just say be curious because sometimes these niggas like to lie, especially the fighters that be having mental health problems. I lie, Tyson Fury. He be lying about shit.
And he did bet motherfucking Spence on when who was it?
That was Rolly versus Javante, I
Yeah,
believe.
he did bet him some money and he paid him. So it sounded about right. You know what I'm saying? He bet this is his second fight. He bet no Javante to lose. This time he putting it on himself. Uh Hip Hop number one say Tank and Garcia all access episode being good. Shit jumped on me. He said good build up. Tank respect him a lot more than people think. Both super confident to me. Hell yeah. Tank talking about I was finna ask you that too, Ivy. Tank told this nigga that when he finna fight somebody that's gonna be a war, he tell his family members to stay home. Well, at least all the women and children gotta stay home. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, nah, I don't believe that shit because there's been some respectable fights that I seen his mama there, and it looked like to her that she thought that you know what I'm saying it was a problem. Oh boy, it was a problem, like Leos and things of that nature. I don't think he got much respect for those accomplished fighters than he do this young gun. What you think?
I mean, me personally, I just look at that as trying to sell the fight, trying to say the right things for the camera and stuff. Obviously, like you want to get people into the mindset that this is gonna be a war. And I was just talking about that with somebody because I know Oscar De La Hoya was quoted as saying this is going to be the fight to save boxing. You see, that's a very dangerous statement to make because if that ends up not being the case, I mean, just imagine, for example, Mayweather versus Pacquiao and Mayweather versus De La Hoya, which was stayed in those fights, and those fights end up not being that. That's a huge letdown for the growth of the sport. If people trying to attract casuals and stuff, that's not the way to go about it.
Yeah,
Yeah, you would believe that this is going to be a fight with fireworks and stuff, but that might not be the case. And statements like that just further let people down.
right. Eric R said first time I heard Shane Mosley's speech start getting effed up was after his second fight with Oscar. I don't I don't remember when the first time I heard him, but I know he done been in some wars himself. He done been in some motherfucking fights where he done got touched up. Joseph Brown said just a little head movement would have gotten Joyce to the latter half of the fight. He said Kazane was tearing Joyce was having a good 6 rounds when the fight was stopped. Moody Trackweather said running is what Cobra did in his last loss against Hector Garcia. Yeah, shit like that. Motherfucker called motherfucker whooping ass running though. Eric R also said, you know how Ryan do when he bet big money. It's gonna be another loss, man. That's gonna hurt his pockets though, right there. Cause this is the pay-per-view fight. Joseph Brown said if Ryan did that, then he just wasting the last 4 months of his life for nothing. He going to sleep round 8. Oh, Joseph Brown got it round 8. Yeah, I think I got it like 6, 5, 6. I want to say 4 because I think that's when he's gonna get a little bit more tech. He's gonna get start to get aggressive, and that's where that counter punch gonna fucking hurt his ass. All I said, Joseph, let me get out y'all business. Are you finna say something like? Nah, but oh shit, yeah. Excuse me.
Yeah, so I mean, that's one fight. It's unfortunate that the weekend following it couldn't be that Virgil Ortiz versus Yamansa Stanionis fight. That definitely is being postponed for now. But I was looking forward to that one as well.
Geneva Warren, salute, sis. She said salute to the corner and the boxing family. Salute, sis. Eric R said, I don't see Ryan giving Tank Barrio, Santa Cruz, or Hector Garcia a problem. He's super quick, but very basic. Below average in other parts of his game to me. Yeah. Lala D said, that's dumb to bet your whole purse, even if you're fighting someone who hasn't fought in years. Yeah, that's dumb. But hey, I can't, he might got some endorsements or something. I don't know, but this is a pay-per-view fight. I think this is probably his biggest purse that he gonna have. He got so far. So why even bet that? That showed me that I don't think he got no confidence, man. Same way he betted Earl that day. I was like, man, that motherfucker, he just giving Earl money. And he did that with no problem. Tweet Lamar said, that Fundora fight reminds me of that Sergio Martinez versus Paul Williams fight.
Oh man, don't even say that because I know I know a few of us could not sleep tonight when we see Paul on the canvas like that. Why you have to say that, man?
Yeah, that shit right there was devastating. That was devastating, man. That's what brought Sergio to light. That's what made he had to go through Paul to become, to become the man. Hey, but yeah, I can see that though. Tweez. I thought that was kind of wicked though. That the way he got up off the canvas and the way he approached coming at Fundora from then on. Maybe it wasn't that he didn't feel that Fundora was hitting that hard.
Yeah, his you're talking about Erickson. His corner really didn't do him any help either. I mean, the cut man seemed like he didn't know what he was doing. No type of ant swell on him or anything, and obviously that contributed to the face just swelling up so much. So that definitely didn't help him out either. But you know what? I just seen something at Erickson Lubin. I think he's fighting Luis Arias, the one who beat Jared Hurd prior to his last loss. I believe that they fighting each other sometime in June.
MZ, salute, bro. MZ said, peace and blessings to the one and all. Salute, bro. There go say, he said, did y'all just see the Tank Ryan FaceTime just now? Nah, I ain't see it. It's on video or something? There you go.
Hey, see, me personally, tell me how you feel, Marlo, but I probably really wouldn't be in a mood to do them things like that where you you just FaceTiming the brother or what, hopping in on his IG, whatever, stuff like that. I'm trying to prepare to go to war with you. You know what I mean? I don't want to be seeing you on the social media every day.
Hey, I gotta agree with you. I'm gonna be in there preparing. They already be putting each other's pictures on the goddamn punching bag all over the wall. But I guess they trying to sell the fight, man. They trying to do big numbers. Ryan want to get knocked out. But right here, D'Lo said, "Yep, Lubin versus Aries is supposed to be next, unless they pull one of them." MZ said it's going down this weekend. Yeah, most definitely. They gonna say, Mr. Kelly Factor say, yeah, Fight Hype and Fight Hub got it. Okay. Joseph Brown said that that fight is at the Armory in Minneapolis. Said I will be there to see Carlos Adames destroy Julian J. Rock Williams. Yeah, I think I'm gonna lock in with you on that one. I'll pick Adames too. Dilo for folks say, maybe I'm not the boxing fan I thought I was. He said I've been trying to get excited about this fight, but I honestly couldn't care. I honestly could care less. Hey, that's crazy, Dilo, because these some young guns. They both could go around each other and fight each other down the line. And right now they giving it to us. So I mean, just that aspect of the fight is exciting to me. You know what I'm saying? Just that part. That's gonna make me even want to see Shakur Stevenson versus Devin Haney even more. You know what I mean? Or let me knock on some wood. Let me not jinx the fight with Lomachenko, because Lomachenko might uh take down Devin Haney, man. But that's making me want to see that fight even more though. You know, but that's a tough puzzle. The experience of Lomachenko, the skill set of Lomachenko. You know what I mean? I think those two right there are just enough to that he can survive with any young motherfucker up in the ring. But Devin should beat him. Devin quickness. Devin should get there first. Devin should heat longer. You know what I'm saying? He more in his prime. I think Lomachenko out of his prime. I think a lot of his good times was spent fighting them youngsters in the Olympics. But I think Devin Haney should get with him, man. Should get with him. But he gonna have to make minimal mistakes. Minimal mistakes. He better not make the kind of mistake he made against Linares when Linares clipped his chin and shit and helped him back to the corner. He better not make those kind of mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Better not get tired like he did against Cambosis and shit down the stretch. You're gonna have to be sharp. You're gonna have to be real sharp and ready for a southpaw moving fighter like Lomachenko. He throws the punches and bunches. He real calm. He use angles, and that make him real dangerous. No matter how old he is, he don't take punishment. So he still got it. D'Lo said, "I actually like the matchup, but he said, but I simply can't get excited about it, and I don't know why." He said, "Maybe Ryan annoys me that damn much. I don't know. Maybe when it get closer, when it get a little bit closer or something like that." Hey, what you think about that fight, Hyphy?
I'm sorry, which one was that? The Lomachenko versus Haney.
Yeah.
You know what? The more this fight goes on, and I've been watching like a couple of their fights every week. The more I watch, the more I start to favor Lomachenko. Just based off of just numerous factors, but the skills that Lomachenko brings on top of Haney. I watched this fight with Jojo Diaz, and it was definitely some struggles and flaws in that fight. And then me just leaving at some other Lomachenko fights also, but it really just comes down to the mentality. Is Lomachenko gonna come in there and understand from the first round? He got to go out there and be, fighting. Whether it be moving forward, backward, but he got to be on this boy. If he come with that mindset, I actually favor Lomachenko to win that fight.
You say you got Lomachenko?
Yeah, I'm actually leaning towards Lomachenko to win that fight.
All right.
I know people. Oh, Devin Haney. He's taller. he know how to use a jab, you know how to hold like. But just to me, I just don't see that beating a guy with the experience, the knowledge, and on top of that, just the tool set that Lomachenko bring to the ring. I just don't see that being enough.
Shit, I don't blame you. Negro scientist. Is that who's a Negro scientist, y'all? I'm no social scientist.
Yeah, I'm not. Is there somebody in the chat? I'm not seeing it.
Nah, in the back.
Uh,
Social scientist, that's you?
okay, that's him.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Oh,
what's
okay,
up?
okay. What's good with it, bro?
What's happening, man? I heard y'all talking about that Lomachenko and Haney fight. I just got on here to say Lomachenko gonna beat that boy up.
He
Yeah,
gonna do it?
I just got on here to say Lomachenko gonna beat that boy up.
Shit, man, break it down.
He ain't cerebral enough. Haney ain't cerebral enough. Haney got his jab. He set up everything with his jab. And Lomachenko gonna get around that jab. And when he get inside, all that clinching and shit ain't gonna work. Cause Lomachenko know how to neutralize all that. So he quick, and that's gonna be his main factor. His main strength in his fight is quickness and his size. But I mean, I done seen Lomachenko break a tall dude down before. The only thing I haven't seen Lomachenko deal with is maybe somebody that quick. But Teofimo was quick, but he wasn't tall as Haney. But as you saw when Lomachenko started fighting, even with Teo couldn't handle that shit. So I don't know. I just don't think Haney can think quick enough to fuck with no Lomachenko. Cause Haney's not a thinking fighter to me.
Yeah, that ain't a bad pick though. That's why I was asking you to break it down because I mean, I agree with you. I mean, we're gonna see. That was my point. That we're gonna see. You saying that you don't think that that he got that. He got it. You don't think he gonna have answers for what Lomachenko? Maybe he don't. But we definitely gonna see, man.
I'm gonna say it like this: if Haney is able to pull off a victory, it's gonna be one of the most boringest, clinchingest fights you ever seen. Like it's gonna be a frustrating, ugly fight if he able to win, cause he ain't gonna be doing nothing but clinching.
Definitely gonna have an answer for that step aside. You know what I'm saying?
Man, step aside, step around,
All that
nothing.
shit.
Yeah.
And I ain't talking about step aside money, y'all. Tweet Lamar said Haney, I think, is a little too big for Loma. You already gave your answer to that one. That shit don't mean nothing. Eric R said, I would just like to see some of these fighters get the heck in the ring without any type of built-in just in case excuses. The heavyweight comment Loma made after his fight with Ortiz rubbed wrong. Well, like he said, I'm excited about Tank. And he said Lomachenko ring generalship is gonna have to show up. Dilo also said, I hope Haney don't lose this fight. Motherfuckers in favor of and against will lose their minds. Tweet Lamar, especially ESPN. Tweet Lamar, he said Loma can't get past a good jab though. What you think about that one right there? That comment. Loma can't get past a good jab though.
I ain't never seen evidence of that. When have
Uh,
Lomachenko been unable to get past a jab? I mean, what's his face? Jermaine Ortiz got a great jab. And Lomachenko got past that jab coming off a year layoff and being at war. So Lomachenko being back now and being in shape, I think Haney in for a rough night.
um, I think Haney better watch some tape though. Um, like I said, oh, Joseph Brown. Joseph Brown said, how many world class southpaws have Haney fought? I think zero. Zero. Trees Lamar said Lumber would lose. Facts. Aladi said that's my fear. Still picking Haney though. Dilo said predictability could definitely work against Haney. Aladi said Joseph, good point. Eric R said I'm leaning towards Loma to beat Devin too. He said I have yet to see Bill make any adjustments from the corner. Ortiz, I feel holds more of a threat than Devin to me. Moody Treyweather said Lomachenko being the southpaw and his footwork is what's going to be difficult fight for him. Real. But Ali said Loma is still kicking himself for being very apprehensive toward Theo for a whole 6 rounds. I see him being quite aggressive.
Let me add that Joseph Diaz was a southpaw, and Haney fought him, and Gamboa is a southpaw.
Hey, the King. The
But,
second half of that fight, he out jabbed Haney in the second half of that fight as well.
Oh, never mind. Your Gamboa is not a southpaw. What'd you say, my man? My bad. I was looking at these stats.
Oh no, I was saying the second half of the Haney fight, JoJo even out jabbed Haney. He
Right,
landed
right,
more
right.
jabs.
Okay,
hey,
that's a good point.
I didn't know JoJo was a southpaw. To be honest, I thought he was orthodox.
Oh, no, you're southpaw.
Yeah, Southpaw that can't punch through a bag. That's him. And what Lala was just saying about the first 6 rounds of the TL fight. What's one thing I'm gonna say too. No matter how that fight play out, uh, I don't want to hear this retarded ass. Oh, he was downloading the information. A nigga ain't gonna take no 6 rounds to download no information. He just couldn't pull the trigger until he made the adjustments. Call it how it is. Ain't like that nigga a god.
I mean, he was landing a few little punches here and there. I think he was just weary of that power, which I don't think is a problem he gonna have with Haney. So
Hey, Joseph Brown said Loma had problems with Lopez jab. That's what won Lopez the first half of the fight.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I think Lopez was pivoting with Haney very well though. I mean, not with Haney, with Lomachenko very well. Lomachenko gonna pivot and try to step around you every time he did that shit. Then Tio was moving with him. He started mirroring like down Taskmaster out the Marvel comics. So I think that was what was like Tio's main strength in that fight was he was able to start mirroring Loma. I don't know if Haney got that skill or if he studied that fight, but we're gonna see.
And I think the power was the difference too. Like going into the fight, you got a guy that don't have no power compared to going into a fight with a guy you know that got power.
Yeah, Tio was stopping everything at that. He had just stopped Comey in like a couple of rounds and stuff. So his power was to be feared, especially at that time.
Hey, say that one more time.
I said Tio was stopping everything at that time. I said that his power was to be feared. He had stopped Comey in a couple of rounds. So
Mm-hmm.
we knew he had one punch knockout power. Loma got that cumulative stoppage power or like make you quit power or whatever or whatever.
No mas.
Yeah.
I think it's more frustrating than hard power because motherfuckers actually walking back to the ring and not coming back out.
Yeah. Being frustrated they can't hit it.
Mm-hmm. Fucking Riggin down talking about his hand was fucked up or some shit.
Right.
Somebody hold it down real quick. I'll be right back. How you so turn?
yeah, yeah. I'm gonna catch up on him. I got it. But yeah, so I see D'Lo or Eric already said something about the whole downloading information. Yeah, I just get tired of hearing that because if that's the case, I'm gonna say Wilder be downloading information. He be getting your timing down, downloading the type of punches you gonna throw, and then he gonna wait until later on in the fight, and that's when he gonna catch your ass. So I'm gonna say Wilder is a high IQ fighter that's downloading information also. Um, Eric already said, yeah, Loma was downloading the info, that replay in his head of Comey getting caught flush and sprawling all over the ring. D'Lo said, yeah, that no Maschenko stuff, yeah, that ended at 130. And, props to Lomachenko because after that fight, he even said that, Rigo was just a little too small. What's up with it, Decay?
Yeah, I had a lot of respect for Loma for saying that too, because a lot of dudes, Errol Spence, they be talking big shit when they be the little dude. Like, yeah, I told y'all, I'm gonna show y'all I can box, blah blah blah. So when they asked Lomachenko about their Rigo fight, and he was like, "No, it's not his weight class." So I had a lot of respect for him because I'm like, that's some real man shit right there. It's like this dude, I'm supposed to beat this little dude. So he didn't have no bragging to do after they asked him about that fight. That's when I that's when I really started respecting Loma after that.
Yeah, and one thing has always been a misconception of Loma, because we all know when Aram first came out with Loma, some of the comparisons and compliments of Loma was way overboard. I'm talking about, the Ali. Oh, it would be a 50-50 fight between him and Mayweather at 130 when Loma only had like 5 fights, stuff like that. But the only thing I say is those words was never coming from Lomachenko's mouth. If you look at Loma and just observe his personality, Loma is very respectful and a student of the game. I even like him because he be wearing like these old hats, like even like old fighters. He's very respectful of the game. So Loma himself, I like Loma. I even seen some stuff recent where they tried to say Joshua, one of the reasons why he had his little outburst in the ring is because Loma said like something racist to him. I'm like, man, Lomachenko is a cool cat.
It wasn't even because he was racist. I think Lomachenko said that he was like real athletic or some shit like
Yeah,
that.
he said, yeah, you
And
you
so
real tough.
yeah, so he took it like, oh man, us African fighters, they don't like to say we smart, but I'm like, nigga, you not smart though. Like, like I mean, you got your ass whooped by this little dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't even it had nothing to do with you being black. I mean, I understand that sentiment, but like, you not a smart fighter, bro.
Yeah, Eric Garcia. Loma was cool for saying that about Rigo, but he was a hold to me for not seeing Loma at one. I think he means not seeing Rigo at 126. I think the fight would have been more competitive, but he was the A side, and Rigo, agreed. So, well, yeah, I really don't know how, what even took place within that whole situation. But I say some of the times whenever these fights be at weight, you know, I remember the Andre War versus Chad Dawson. Now, if the Dawson beat um I can't remember who he beat, but he said I liked it on live TV. The fight that makes most sense for me is Andre Ward, and it should be no problem because I go down to 168. Well, after that, they tried to negotiate on weight, but he had already put his foot in his mouth. Behind the scenes, we don't know what happened. What if Rigo was saying, "Oh, I'll go up there and fight him at 130, no problem." Yeah, I mean, it's like, we don't know what be, happening or taking place behind the scenes. So I can't really agree with that statement per se. If I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Now, if you do want to talk about some hoes, we could talk about this rehydration clause that a certain somebody made sure was in that contract for this fight this weekend.
Hey, before we move on to that though, I just want to say about the Loma Rigo situation. Rigo kept calling Loma out. You know what I'm saying? Saying I want to fight. Like he was calling him out like crazy, and like to the point where Loma was like, "Man, I ain't trying to entertain this bullshit." And so they started putting pressure on Loma. Even Conor McGregor had said, because Loma said, "I help you train for the Mayweather fight or something like that." And Conor McGregor was like, "I don't need your help. You know what I'm saying? Sign the Rigo fight. That's what you need to do." So after that, Loma, yeah. So Loma was like, "All right, I take the fight." So I mean, I don't know. People expect him to come down to 126 when he had already moved up to 130. Like he ain't trying to cut his muscle back off. You know what I'm saying? So it was Rigo fault because Rigo wanted that fight so bad. Loma was like, "I'll beat this little dude up, man." He tried to tell us, but we didn't want to believe him. So you know, I can't
Yeah,
blame Loma for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
yeah.
think Rico wanted that money, man. He needed that money. That was like his big money fight.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because they shitted on Rigo for forever.
hmm what was that?
Yeah, I caught up on the comments already. We good on that.
Okay. Did you get this one? The one that ID said AJ was saying hip hop, so the crowd,
Oh, hip hip hooray!
yeah, he ain't got no more business having a pride after that. No black pride after that. Yeah, that man's crazy. The man's crazy, man.
Like I said, AJ was saying hip hip so the crowd could respond hooray. He ain't
Mm-hmm.
got no business having pride after that.
Right.
Hell no.
Eric R said, "Yeah, Rigo had to because his whole division left him because he was out there breaking jaws." Yeah, I remember. I can't remember the guy's name, but he went to I think Japan and broke a tall fighter's jaw also. But that was the wave when guys like Carl Frampton and Scott Quigg. I can't remember which one, but one was like the mandatory for him, and he chose to not fight him. And Rigo was begging for that. Remember guys like Abner Martes, Leo Santa Cruz. He just couldn't get no fights with none of those dudes. The whole division was running from him. And truth be told, he was offering Nonito Donaire a rematch and couldn't get no action.
Yeah, didn't nobody want to see Rico.
That's that left hand, strong left hand. Uh, what about this one? Eric R said, "Yeah, Rico had to." He said his whole division left him because he was our here breaking jaws. Oh, you already did that one. Hip hop number one said AJ is far from naughty by nature. He a PR dream. Public relations.
Yeah.
Nigga say anything that's on that teleprompter, huh? But anyway, shit, y'all got anything else y'all want to talk about, social scientist?
Yeah, what else, social scientists?
Shit, I don't know, man. All I heard was that oh yeah, uh what's her face coming back? The rest of Shields, and then they talking about Crawford and Spence supposed to be announced at the fight this weekend.
Knock it off.
Peace, Big E.
Where you hear that at? Big E, salute. That's Ernest Davis, ladies and gentlemen.
But I heard that from a few sources, you know what I'm saying?
I had to sit back and like, hold up. Hey, for real though.
Yeah, they said it's supposed to be announced for June 17th is the date, but it could be July was I think it's Espinoza said.
So the fight could be in July.
Yeah, he said they shooting for June 17th, but it could also happen in July because they ain't got a date in stone yet.
We gonna see then. I'm
You ain't heard
definitely
about that?
No, I ain't hear about that shit, man.
Yeah, man.
I ain't even been checking for it, to be honest. I'm tired of niggas trolling.
Yeah, I mean that's something I constantly been hearing about also. Like I said, don't get your hopes up, hold your breath. When it comes to stuff like that, that's just what it is. Some people they just like to capitalize off news.
Yeah. Hey, shout
Yeah,
out
they
to
gonna,
Spence if he come back and take this fight, the first fight back.
who? Earl?
Spence. Yeah.
He
He
said
say
he
he
don't
don't
want
like
no tuna.
tune-ups, but damn.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. He said he don't want no tuna. Hey, man, you capping, man. You capping if this
Nah,
is true.
I done seen it, for real.
All
Dead
right.
ass.
Ernest Davis said, salute, family. Salute, Marlo, social scientist, and hyphy. Salute, bro. Lala D said, hip hop. Let me get out y'all business. Moody Trayweather said, not the sources. Hip hop number one laugh and shit. He said that fake AJ positive crap, bro. Bores him. Moody Trayweather said Smith versus Crawford in 2035. He old as hell. Talking about, man, it took forever for this fight, Titus.
The niggas do an exhibition match.
You don't play boxing, salute, fam. He said salute to the chat. Salute. Hey, so we're gonna hear some news this weekend. So that's another big thing to tune in to the fight, huh?
Yeah. That's what
We're
they
gonna
saying,
see.
man. Eric all stupid.
What he say? He said, yeah, they're gonna announce the fight. He said, I heard they're gonna announce it on the next episode of Power Book 2 when Ghost gonna come back. Oh hell no. Charlie D said YDPB. What's that? Oh, okay, never
He
mind.
don't play boxing.
Never mind. Yeah, you don't play boxing. Joseph Brown said the Texas Commission and the Nevada Commission have no dates for June 17th. No more fake news. Yeah, that's why I say I ain't been checking for it, man. That shit need to come across the ESPN screen or one of the games or something, one of the Laker games. You know how I say boxing down there? I'll be looking for that shit. Just say
Yeah.
boxing. Breaking news, boxing. Earl Spence versus Terrence Crawford. It's official. Shit, I take motherfucking Keith Thurman versus Spence. Even though he said he don't want to fight him, but goddamn.
Yeah,
Come
cause
on,
I
man.
really don't want to see Bud fight no damn Alexis Rocha or whatever, Roca or whatever.
Yeah, man, this shit's stupid. They really playing us, man. A
I
lot of,
won't be mad.
huh?
I won't be mad if it happened in July, cause one of my friends' birthday they having a birthday party on the 17th. So I really hope it be in July.
Shit, that's perfect. That's the summertime.
Yeah.
Summertime with July in Texas, July in Vegas.
Word.
A lot of people gonna be coming out. I don't think they're gonna do it in California, but even if they do it, then sun gonna be out.
Yeah, I expect them to do it in Vegas.
Yeah, me too. I know Bud ain't gonna want that shit in Texas. I'm gonna have to be somewhere neutral. Neutral where still a lot of people can come, right? Just for the sake of neutral, you don't want it to be where you ain't gonna sell the most tickets. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Gotta be a foolish business move. Because the reason why I said that, because Texas hold a lot of people. Vegas can hold a lot of people. Staples hold a lot of people.
Yeah, true.
Can't and now you say if you did it in Nebraska, that shit wouldn't work. Because what would you put it at?
Yeah.
Ain't even no professional stadium out there. A bunch of colleges, right?
Shit, I wouldn't even know.
Yeah, I think it's a bunch of
I wouldn't
colleges.
even know what Bud be fighting when he fight at home.
I forgot the name of the place, but it ain't that big though.
No.
It ain't no bigger than the Armory where Joseph Brown from. Well, Joseph Brown be watching the fights at.
Damn.
That's why I be saying like a lot of people don't be knowing how the business work, so they just be letting the fighters tell them anything and they be believing the shit. That could be another thing that's stopping the fight. Like Jerry Jones, probably the highest bidder for that motherfucker. Know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
You feel me though? I ain't trying to be funny. I'm just saying how the game works. And the motherfucker, they ain't gonna tell us nothing like that. It's just gonna be in the contract. That nigga like, nah, I ain't fucking doing it in Texas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's real.
That'd be fucked up, but I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but I think that could be one thing. Cause that's where you're gonna make a lot of money is how many people you can sell at the gate also. You know what I'm saying? That's what generate a lot of the cash is that gate, concessions, like you know what I'm saying? Whatever you make at that event be millions of dollars, and then you got the back end money, which is the pay per view and all that other shit.
Yeah, true.
So they both got to be on board with that shit, and that can fuck up a fight. So
I just don't want nobody to have home field or home ring advantage. I don't want no excuses from no fighter, no fan, no nothing.
right.
Bud put
Hey,
together.
look, say this though. Would this be fair to you? Like, say if they did have to do it in Texas, right? And but they only can sell so many tickets, like so many people from Nebraska. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or they just give Nebraska a chance to buy so many tickets first, and then flood them out to whoever. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Would that be fair, or what you think about that idea?
Nah, I mean, nah, I don't like that idea. I want them to do it in a neutral spot.
Yeah, no, I understand that, but I was just asking because remember we was talking about the money aspect on they trying to generate the most about the fight, and they're gonna have to do it where they can sell the most tickets. And if they have to do it, we have named the two spots. So if they had to do it in Texas, which would be the biggest spot, you know what I'm saying? Would it be fair? Would that be fair, or would you still look at it as if somebody got the faith?
I don't know, man.
Because it do still sound like to me that somebody's still gonna have the favorite that's in their goddamn hometowns in their backyard, right? No matter how you do it, because it might not be that many people in Nebraska buy them damn tickets.
I don't know, man. If they have it in Texas, shit, that might amp Bud up. You know, he like being the underdog anyway.
True. Yeah, I just think they should fight anywhere. That shouldn't be the fucking factor, man.
You
But
said they should fight anywhere.
they should. Wherever it's gonna generate them the most money. Them, not just one person, the fight. You know what I'm saying? Wherever they can generate the most money, that's where it should be at. And whether it's wherever, California, Nevada, Texas, shit, it was the moon. Make that shit happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they can have all kind of excuses. Then, like this, is my first time fighting without gravity and shit.
my moon boots were right. They was my waist came off.
Yeah, no, couldn't keep my mouthpiece in.
No, I'm just saying like because it kind of when people start when not the people when the fighters start throwing them kind of aspects of the fight like where it's gonna be, and then one of the fighters is from a place where uh, fights are held there, especially mega fights, pay-per-view fights are held in that nigga backyard. That's kind of crazy, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Cause that's mega fights. That's where a lot of Pacquiao fights went down at. You know what I mean? That
Where
generate a
is
lot
that?
of money, huh?
Where is that?
In Texas,
Oh, okay.
Texas. That's where a lot of Pacquiao fights went down at.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, them asses in them seats, bro. Them Filipinos was coming down.
Yeah, that would have been great for him to fight Spence then.
Who Pacquiao?
Yeah.
Yeah, with it. It was going down though. They were finna make it happen. But Ugas got in the way. Ugas did his shit and it changed the game.
Right.
I he must have won the house. I see him in the chat though. Lala D said, I don't want to see Thurman with no tune up. No, me neither. Get his ass in there. Joseph Brown said, why do fans care about if it happens in Texas and being unfair? Either you believe in Bud or you don't. Oh shit.
I mean, would they want it to happen in Nebraska though? I just don't want nobody to have no home court. Like I wouldn't even want it to happen in Nebraska. I'm a
Champ.
Bud fan.
Rod X a champ in the building. Justin Trouble, what up? What up, little troublemaker? Hey, the only reason why I don't mention Nebraska though, social scientist, is because it ain't enough. It ain't enough people, and fights don't even happen out there like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel what you're saying,
That's
but
not even gonna be on the negotiating table. That's the only reason why I said it.
I'm just saying, like, from an ethical standpoint, with a fight like this, it shouldn't be nobody homecoming. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand that, but that's the only reason why I was like, damn, bro, like we kind of hampering ourselves. Well, they are. I don't give a fuck where it's at, as long as it happened, right? But they kind of hampering themselves because they got to take away one of the spots that generates the most income. You feel me? Now they just left to Vegas and LA. They're the last two. Staples Center and and the MGM or something like that.
They could do Atlanta.
Yeah, they could do Atlanta too. Yeah, I ain't thinking about Atlanta. Well, I don't know how they feel about it, but that could be both of their first times, huh?
Yeah.
Fighting in Atlanta too. Be neutral ground, man. But would it make more money than Vegas or California?
I don't know. That tank fight sold pretty good out there, didn't it?
Yeah, I know it's sold out. Like now, I don't know. You know how they be putting the extras on the 10 on the 2 just to say they sold out. They could have sold 10,000 tickets. You know what I'm saying? 15,000 seats.
Yeah,
Only
they
had
put
that many just
they
to say
put
they
K
sold out.
on.
This fight right here gonna be 30,000 in the building. You know what I'm saying? 25,000 in the building.
Yeah.
This shit right here, it could be the kind of fight like a Mayweather versus Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? All kind of motherfucking Americans though, all Americans, plus the global aspect. You got hip hop #1 here in the UK. You know he want to see that one. You know his partners. You know what I'm saying that he talked to probably be want to see that one too. So let alone the United States aspect.
Yeah.
I just don't see the promoters selling themselves short just on feelings. You know what I'm saying? There's too much money in that fight, man.
You know,
That's
I
probably
had
why.
get hit.
That's probably why they doing Bud like they doing it. Like, man, he need a promoter. Like he don't know nothing about the game.
Right.
He
They
thinking we
not
trying to
used to
rob him or something.
negotiating with fighters.
You said what?
They not used to negotiating directly with fighters.
Right. You know, the motherfucker think they trying to rob him. He already saying so and so in his favor and so in his favor.
Right.
Make it difficult. Unless they gonna break it down and just give it to him his way. Quite sure
What
you
if
like.
they wanted to, what if they wanted to do it in Saudi Arabia?
Now, see that right there. I don't know. It depends on how much money they finna come out the pocket with, right?
I ain't never seen PBC fuck with no Saudi Arabia though.
Me neither. That's why I say it depends on how much money. Because it already looked like to me so far that they all counting on pay-per-views. This fight is a pay-per-view fight. It's guaranteed if it happens, it's gonna generate. I don't know what the number they thinking, but it's gonna generate a number that they like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why would they let it go to Saudi Arabia for a flat fee?
Yeah, true.
And that's what Eddie Herman be doing. They let it go. I don't know the exact numbers too, but they did tell you, oh yeah, AJ fighting over there for 100 million, right? And that 100 million could be got a split for everybody that's on the card. You know what I'm saying? So AJ not getting that 100 million on his own.
Right.
What's good, huh?
Hey, so another question. So, being that you didn't had you got Fundora and Joe, who was both pretty much, #1 in line for shots, but they decided to take on some tough challenges and they end up losing, getting knocked out of their spot. Y'all think Tim Tszyu should keep fighting or chill out?
I mean, he need to
Shit,
quit
keep
while in your
going.
head so he can get his shot. I mean, he could probably beat Fondora, but I don't know about Mendoza. I had to watch a little bit more of Mendoza, but I mean, he done beat Tony Harrison, a guy who had beat Charlo before. I say just chill. Charlo say might be back in like July, August. So I mean, you ain't got long. Just wait for your shot.
What you think, Marlo?
I think he should keep going. I mean, it ain't his fault that he really know that much competition out there. I mean, he should keep going just to keep himself available for for a big fight with a Charlo or somebody in that nature. But I think he should keep going.
Yeah, I definitely agree because whenever that fight does come your way, I mean, you're gonna get enough notice, and if you fighting 3 times a year, yeah, you ain't gonna need no 12-week camp. You go 8-week camp, maybe even 6. You'll be ready.
Excuse me, yep.
Did y'all touch on Clarissa Shields got a fight locked in?
Oh no, he said she had a fight, but who she fighting though?
Oh,
Gabriel's
Gabriel's.
girl who knocked her down.
That's pretty much what they selling the whole fight on, the knockdown.
And Hannah Gabriel done went up to heavyweight, so they might try to add that up in the mix. Like, oh, she's a bigger puncher, blah blah blah. Who knows?
That's a good fight.
Shields said that when she was in the little press conference with Marshall.
What you saying, Marla?
I was saying that was a good fight. I was trying to see where I was at. I said what up to Rod X. Oh, that's where I was at. Rod X said, "What up, my people?" Derek Bailey said, "I don't think you have to worry about it happening in Nebraska, for real." D said, "I want Bud versus Spence in Dallas. I want to visit Texas and ride horses and slabs." D said, and radio if I have time. D said, don't forget Chicago. I'm trying to think, what would they? Chicago Bulls Arena? Maybe. Joseph Brown said, I don't care what a fight is. You go where the money is. Always different rules for Crawford. He can go to UK, nobody cares, but he goes to Texas, we have a problem. Right, Houston? That motherfucker went to motherfucking. Didn't he go to Australia? Did he fight Horn in Australia?
Nah, that was in Vegas. I mean, he actually went to UK for Ricky Burns.
Oh yeah, it was Ricky Burns.
Yeah, they damn commentator was hating so hard on Crawford, boy. Goddamn.
Man, they do that all the time.
I don't think the Americans that good. It's just God damn.
Hip Hop number one said, "I wish."
Punches.
He also said, "Think I will be in the U.S. for sure though." Bet. Eric R said, "A fight like I think he said a fight like Spence versus Crawford. I don't think you have to play it safe. They can fight almost anywhere, and celebrities gonna be there." He said, "Tim Tszyu versus Ramos. That'd be something good for him."
Man, I don't know if you want that kind of smoke now. If you in line for a title shot, that damn Ramos a motherfucker.
Knock you off that spot on.
Yeah. Like I want to see him fight Charlo.
Joseph Brown said, "There's no need for Tim Charlo. For no Tim, Charlo said he will be ready in August." Eric R said, "Scared money don't make money." He said, "I'm with Marlo. More fights gonna do better at closing that gap between him and the male. Between him and male." Oh no, I ain't. MZ say, I can't wait to see the sexy ladies do their thing." Oh, you talking about Gabriel Shields?
Yeah, I've been telling that nigga, reminding him, go look up Hannah Gabriel's. That boy said he like what he see. Hey, Costa Rican thing.
Well, see, I got anything else y'all want to talk about?
Hey, I know, we like pretty much at the end of the show to close it out. Just based on what you've been seeing over the last week, Marlo, like what's your thoughts on the NBA? Like as far as we had some play-in games. Now you got the series that started. Like what's your summary so far?
Shit, I like the Lakers. I like the Lakers at the end of the season. I think who else was looking good? I think the Clippers looking real dangerous too. Celtics on the East looking real dangerous. It was one other team. Denver. I think Denver right now is the strongest team right now to me so far. That's showing in the playoff offensively, but defensively, I think it's the Lakers. But I think it's gonna be a pretty good playoff this season. No matter how the who wins in each series, I think it's gonna be competition. You see, Golden State was able to get past the Kings, and the Kings is the favorite. But I'm definitely riding with the Lakers, man. What was your take on it?
Yeah, that's because they just been terrible on the road. The Warriors, they got like a terrible road record for the season. Hey, so did you see that footage where on the Timberwolves, that guy Gobert, he was having a little standoff with his teammate Anderson, and he ended up throwing a punch at him? Did you see that?
Hell yeah, I seen that. He got suspended. That's what hurt them versus the Lakers too.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to ask you. What should everybody? Now let's just say if the Wolves would have lost that play-in game, and let's say that would have led to them losing and being eliminated from the playoffs, would y'all have said Gobert would have had to be traded for that bonehead mistake?
Well, not necessarily. I think that it would have been the coach, more on the coach, because that one game suspension was kind of what cleaned it up. Now, whatever happened after that, because they still won. Remember, they had to beat was it New Orleans? I think they had to beat New Orleans just to get in the playoffs. Because right now they playing against Denver. Denver beat the brakes off of them. But they had to win, and that's the game that he came back. Gobert came back.
Yeah,
so it kind of worked out for him.
Yeah, he came back, and he gave him like a consistent, I feel like 30-something minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And Eric R, he said, yeah, Mike Brown, he doing this thing with them boys. Joseph Brown, he said, oh yeah, Hannah Gabriel, she pushing 40, so like her chances in that rematch. Yeah. AMZ said he gonna be in Hawaii in like one more week. And then look at his goddamn Lala. You know what she's talking about? She said, hey, she feel bad for Freeze because he missed Sin a lot. You know what she's talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last time I seen Freeze, he was doing looked like he was in the back of Rolls Royce or something doing videos and shit.
Yeah, I seen that shit.
Hey, them niggas done came a long way. I don't know how long Lala been watching them, but that nigga Freeze started out sitting at the park somewhere.
Yep, hey.
Sitting at the park on a rock or some shit.
Wave caps, drinking a gallon of water.
Now he's sitting in the Rolls Royce. And then what's the name? He came a long way too. Sin, he resting in peace now. But Sin came a long way, man. Sin used to be out there on the streets. He used to be in momos and all that shit. Then he moved up to like some kind of condo, started eating fruits and shit like that.
Yeah.
Then he ended up going to Canada. I think that's where he passed away at, but they both came a long way, man.
Yeah, it's been just, kind of interesting watching that whole journey. Lots of laughs, just stuff. For y'all, if y'all don't know what we talking about, y'all can just look up Sin for the P and Freeze. And like I said, it's like, 4 or 5 years of just funny history behind that stuff. But Joseph Brown, he said if Golden State doesn't find a solution for De'Aaron Fox, they going out in the first round, and the Suns not having a bench this year. That's the reason why they ain't really winning nothing. Yeah, they, that trade, they depleted them. I was just watching Cam Johnson and Mikal Bridges. They got rid of some important pieces. Eric R, he said, I want the Lakers versus 76ers in the finals, so Eric Embiid and James Harden can put that thing on them niggas. Nigga, you don't even believe that shit.
No, sir. That'd be a dope finals, though. I ain't gonna lie. That'd be a dope matchup right there. Anthony Davis versus Embiid, and Embiid been giving Anthony Davis the work when they played each other.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a good matchup right there. But I don't think they got enough players to match up against the Lakers. The Lakers got a good 9-man to 10-man rotation. 76ers don't got that. They got a good starting five, though. Hey, but yeah, like I said, really, Lala. That shit, Sin, I was watching him first. He the one who introduced everybody to Freeze. I guess Freeze was in jail or something, if I recall right. He got out of jail and Sin put him on. But Sin was going through the ringer on YouTube. like he was getting into it with people, and they was digging up his history, and they was calling him,
yeah.
P word, the P word. I don't want to say it, to get no heat on his channel, but they was calling the P word and shit. They looked up his history, you know what I'm saying, and he ended up with one of those young, huh?
I just say it's some footage out there of him in court. That's the best
Yeah,
way to put it up.
yeah, some real allegations, and he started defending himself and all that. Against Hassan Campbell, and then from there, he started doing his own thing and shit, showing his little drama in his life and shit.
Hey, and the cold part, what made him just real fun, because his mama his mama was a preacher, so he can really put that Bible on you, and anytime like anything he talking about, he can mix the Bible in, and all types of analogies and stuff, and that's what he used to do. So that shit was hella funny.
Hell yeah, salute, bro. That appreciate you. Hey, yeah, that's one thing that motherfucker did, was use the Bible to justify and give people an outlook on how he seeing shit. That nigga used the Bible for pimping. That nigga cold. He'll break it down. The shit be funny to me, but people be really up in there, like, preach. You know what I'm saying? He be having his tuxedo. He used to just wear t-shirts and a wave cap. Then he started wearing suits all the time.
Oh, yep, I remember that too.
Like, yeah, that nigga skin used to be two-tone and shit, like patchy. Then he started drinking water and wearing suits and shit. And then he started bragging to people about my skin. See, look at my skin. I sound like a preacher and shit.
Yeah. That stuff. I started like before you can even go live on Instagram. I'm talking about like a few years ago. All type of stuff. Then him and Free start getting back up, and all type of stories they used to tell. Yeah, that was an interesting era. Hey, what was funny too? All them the Black Conscious, the Black Power Ranger niggas, they used to all be supporting them.
Yeah. Who got a wrench? Who had a wrench in that man thing? In his chat, Information Man Show. Shout out to Information Man Show.
Oh yeah, I remember him. I ain't looked up him in a while. I remember him.
Yep, Information Man Show had a wrench over there. Yeah. A lot of them people, them conscious community people, they had wrenches in that man's shit too.
Yeah. I said Sonetta and been on this thing before.
Oh yeah, Sonetta, that's who it was. Sonetta had a wrench over there.
Hey, Black conscious community, niggas supporting everything that they claim is wrong about the treatment of the Black woman.
Yeah. Man, hey, that shit used to be a mess, man. I used to be like, man, this shit is crazy. They be all brothers just hating on each other, man. Straight up hating on each other. Then they side up and shit. I was like, man, this shit crazy. But the only one, all of them, I say that Sin kept it real the whole time. He always confessed to be a pimp. He always said he grew up in church. You know what I'm saying? And he took his shit he took his little show to a whole nother level. And he was giving back. Like he was going back to Chicago, giving back to his old elementary schools and shit like that.
Yeah, and
the cats, I didn't see none of that from him.
And like them real cats do. He never tried to, like, anytime he had any type of funk or whatever, Cuddy never had like none of that gangster talk or what he'd do to somebody. He'd just roast you at most because he really came from that road. Peas, they ain't on that G stuff. They some just chill. They ain't into all that about it shit.
Yeah, I done seen it. Him. That's why I said about his drama. I done seen him get into it with other P's. You know what I'm saying? He kept it player and all that, but he'll put him on blast. Like, I remember I used to give you dollars and shit, man. I used to donate HOs to you, man. Like, he used to be having me dying how he used to be telling how niggas be. Like, he was a broke down one. You know what I'm saying? Somehow Freeze always get thrown in it too.
Damn. Hey, but you know what? Because Sin, his first channel had got taken down after a while, so he had to end up starting another one. It was a whole bunch of just like, just good stories on that first channel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that's what I say. It was a lot of stuff lost, but Man, them times is funny. 3-hour live streams and a whole, nigga done forgot 3 hours that went by.
Hey, the dude call-ins was the most craziest part about the channel. He was doing call-ins too.
Yeah.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, women calling, making themselves available.
Huh?
And I said, like, every once in a while, a woman to call in and, try to make, she trying to make herself available without making it all hella obvious.
That's how you met old girl in Canada.
Yeah.
You met her right there on the call-in show, bro. I remember. Only reason why I remember is because it was Canada. And she was like basically, it was some dynamite kind of shit. She was like throwing it at him. Like, she was like, we make money down here in Canada too. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, show me some. She was showing him her nails and money and all that. And he, you know how he be talking. And next thing you know, I say like the second time I went back over there, he was in Canada.
Yeah. Because I remember like the first stream he did in Canada, he was showing they currency.
Yeah.
That's
And he was showing the stadium and all that because he was like close to the stadium, talking reckless. I was like, nigga, I remember when you met the girl on the goddamn call-in show, nigga.
Hey, from that to
hey, I swear,
you calling me during the live streams? Ain't you supposed to be working?
Hey, for real, hey, that was a memorable moment if you was there. Like that nigga, one day she called in talking about she making money in Canada, and the next thing you know, he in Canada showing us Canadian cash. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, this shit real. Met on YouTube. Went out there, was living it up.
Man, hey, the call in, just like the call in situations, and people that call in, they turn their camera on, so you really see, kind of that type of situations people into, and it was always just hella interesting stories and all type of stuff going on.
Yeah, motherfuckers used to be throwing themselves at him. You got some other niggas who be saying they a pimp, and he be putting like, man, you just confessing to be a pimp. Like he'll say some weird ass shit, like put him on, like throw him up under the bus.
Yeah.
Show me somebody that's working right now. They can't show nothing. That shit used to be funny. But how he met old girl, that shit was crazy on the call-in show. And moved to Canada. He blew up on Freeze and all of them.
Yeah, man. Like that, that was an interesting just little, time on YouTube. But the thing I hate now is that's really not for us. Like that whole, Kevin Samuels movement and all that, the whole manosphere, like I guess that's cool, but that's not really our thing. We was more into the whole the stuff we talking about. But the sad thing now, I know eventually it's gonna be some cats that, try to come around and, eat off that type of field of entertainment, but it's not gonna be raw and authentic.
No, it ain't gonna be the same. Look, Joseph Brown know who we talking about. Joseph Brown said that nigga had me crying when he had them HOs calling in and having them choosing his pimping over the live stream. Man, that shit used to be crazy. That shit used to be crazy. That's what tripped me out when he ended up going to Canada. Cause I was like, man, this shit crazy the way they be calling in. He just be putting them on blast and shit. Like some of them he'd give them their props and shit. But most of them he be clowning. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all ain't this or y'all ain't that or whatever. But old girl from Canada stood out. And the next thing you know, that nigga was out there living it up.
Yeah.
I'm talking about living it up. And he was showing the people what was going on. Like showing them the money, showing them what she bought them. You know what I'm saying? All that kind of shit. Like telling it all. I was like, this nigga saying crazy as hell.
Yeah, man. Hey, that's that was just some interesting stuff. I mean, Freeze, he's still going, but it's just right now he taking it pretty hard because it's just partner gone and Sam the one that kind of introduced him to the whole hopping on YouTube thing. So right now he not really it's gonna be a while until he really touch back into his rare form that he could get into. It's just gonna take a while. Plus he really don't got like that counterpart to like I guess like go back and forth with and like motivate him.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it don't never be the same, like even in real life, like when you lose somebody like that, it don't be the same. Like you can get somebody to replace to have you, you know what I'm saying, keep the little fun in. That ain't never gonna be the same.
Yeah, like if some of y'all that was fans, just imagine when Lakers traded Shaq. It just wasn't the same for a while. You know
Right.
what I mean?
When Kobe left, Dim's design salute. What's good, sis? They did that shit was just hilarious. And they shit was so drama, like the shit was crazy. They was even going to the boulevard and shit, clowning each other pimps and shit like that. They was crazy, man.
Oh yeah, because I
The shit
remember.
was real.
Yeah, I remember one when they was in Miami and Freeze. He was on live because with the dude that they was getting into it with, I guess he had been talking bad about Sin. So Freeze, he just right there somewhere in Miami, cracking it on the dude the whole time, like got pointing the camera on him and everything,
Yeah,
and saying everything about him, and ain't nothing happening.
yeah, I remember that shit. And I'm telling you, they was going straight to the boulevard, clowning niggas. Look at this sucker right here, got nerves to talk about the real P and all that old crazy. The shit used to be hilarious.
And then I remember one time, it was crazy because they just happened to be out there, but I was in Phoenix for a week, so they was on the road out there. The strip is called Indian School Road. They happened to be out there. I'm like, damn, going live and stuff.
That's where he used to live, he said.
Yeah, he used to live in Scottsdale. Yep.
Mm.
Yeah. That's Dim's Designs. I believe that's Almond Brown.
That's her sister. That's not her.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, I was gonna say, excuse me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, that's her sister.
Yeah, MZ said, yeah, tomorrow, yeah, we're gonna be in the show tomorrow evening. Hey, so John Morant, he got like some type of hand injury, and so that's one thing that can shake stuff up. So
Yeah,
that's one of the things to look for. And then I know Russell Westbrook, he didn't surprise the hell out of people with the type of play he'd been bringing.
yeah. That son's Clipper series is another one. Like that John Morant injury, that's a big injury because that's a big part of the team. They already got a few key guys on their start lineup down too. They got what's his name, Daniels, I think. Oh boy, broke his hand.
Yeah,
John
yeah.
Morant hand. Then the white dude, the tough white dude, I forgot his name. You know what I'm talking about with the funny looking mustache.
Yeah, I just can't think of his name. I don't be watching him much.
Yeah, he down too. So a lot of key guys on their team down. So for Morant to go down, that's big. Appreciate you,
Yeah,
sis.
yeah, that's that's a hell of a blow. Like I said, Russ, he didn't, found a resurgence. He playing, kind of close to All-Star form. Uh, yeah, it's hella interesting. Oh, Giannis, Giannis.
Oh, he down. He out
Yeah,
right
hurt his
now.
back.
Yeah. I'm gonna say you high on Russ, but he ain't no consistent guy though. Steven Adams, there you go. Eric R got it. Steven Adams down. Yeah, you high on Russ, but you know he ain't consistent. That's one game. He got 7 games. Then he got to show up. How many out of the 7? That's
Yeah, well, I'm riding off like ever since he left the Lakers. It's like it's not really just him, but it's just like the type of style of ball that the Clippers play. It's just a little bit more ease and for the type of style that he play.
yeah, it fit him because it ain't 2 guys over there, especially right now because old boy injured.
Yeah,
What's the other?
PG.
Yeah, PG 13 injured. So it's like him and Kawhi. He the second guy. He ain't the third or fourth guy no more. On the Lakers, he had to go after AD. In some cases, he had to go after one of them young cats.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
y'all out.
Dem
Oh, go
said
ahead.
yeah. Dem said yeah. That's my sis.
Oh, okay, yeah. My bad. For the mistake. But I was close. Got to give a nigga credit.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying? We didn't wrapped it up. A little bit of NBA talking there as well. Tomorrow night, y'all see a brother in the chat, Musically Zone Talks Boxing, MZ Talks Boxing. That's where we'll be at tomorrow from 6:30 p.m. Pacific time until whenever. That's where we'll be at.
Yeah, MZ, put your link in the thing for people that might watch the video later on, bro. That come support you, man. Come check you out. We all like to support each other, and all y'all who got a wrench, that's what we do. Like, I know we don't say it all the time, but y'all welcome to put y'all links up, and you know what I'm saying. Let the people know that might watch it later on to come through and check y'all out. You know, it's all love over here in the gym. Social scientist, appreciate you for coming through, bro. He just disappeared on us.
Yeah. You know, I'm gonna catch y'all over there on MZ tomorrow, and now I'm saying another good live stream, and I'll catch y'all around here too. Already.
All right, bet that. Appreciate you, bro. Joseph Brown said Russ playing like Rodman for the Clippers, making all the hustle plays. Yeah, blocking shots and everything. Everybody talking. Eric R said Russ Westbrook is rejuvenated because Ty Lue likes the coach to play her strength. That's a fact. Them say no worries. That go MZ, what's the name? But y'all already know, man. Appreciate all y'all for coming through, stopping by. Appreciate all the love and support, man. All the members, all the people that come through, you know, looking out for us in the gym. Trey had some business to take care of, so we still have went through and held it down for bro. We be back this weekend, most definitely. Don't forget to put y'all picks in. I already posted it in the community tab. The first week starts today, so come through and have some fun with us and talk shit every week, man. And check out the results. MZ said we family around here, most definitely. Hip hop said thanks, salute MARLO'S Corner, enjoyed it, appreciate you, bro. Always enjoy your company. But yeah, this weekend, man, we're gonna chill out, have some fun watching the fights. Y'all see y'all then, man. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. Until next time, don't forget to tell them haters and trolls, the fuck out my gym. Peace.